Morning. Just want to spend a few minutes talking about conifers in the context of Great Britain, the United Kingdom, of its use, its future, its value, and its appreciation. Now, I'm a big fan of conifers. I've loved them so much in the work that we've done. It's a tree of great aesthetic value when it's grown in a free, natural environment where its canopy can expand and grow into a natural space. It's created in a natural forest. It has a year-round greenery, a year-round density, which is beyond comparison to a native broadleaf deciduous woodland in a large part of the winter season. So it gives year-round green. Now, what we have in the United Kingdom is a lot of commercial forestry. I'm in a commercial forestry plantation here, although this forestry plantation is used for leisure and amenity as well. There's horse riding. I've noticed horses, people taking exercise of the horses here, mountain bikes, walkers, day walkers, hikers, day trippers in terms of picnickers and things like that. It has great amenity value for people, and this is very accessible. And it has toilets and facilities here, so and a visitor centre and things like that, and that's absolutely fantastic. So it's being used, but it is a commercial forestry operation, and what you've got behind me is commercial forestry. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, the thing for me is that a conifers grown in a commercial environment, their value is not through biodiversity. It's not really through amenity. It is through the wood it produces. These are closely planted. They're dark, sombre, suppressive places, which aesthetically are not pleasing. They're not great for biodiversity. They might be great for other kinds of environmental product and carbon capture. Could be, but in general their value is of the commercial timber sales. Now, when growing in an environment like this, it's not great, and we view conifers in that way, which is a real shame. We see conifers as a non-native, and to a certain extent a lot of the plants, the conifers we have here, hemlock, Douglas fir, western red cedar, these kinds of trees are imports from North America, from Oregon, from the Pacific coastline, and they are seen as imports, and they are commercial imports. But if we wind the clock back, I think, and broaden the scope of conifers to include a whole range of trees, of which we see as commercial now, including the spruces and the wider family of firs and pines, we don't recognise or understand that they were part of a biome, this northern biome, which was the Great Boreal Forest, which encircled the northern zone of the globe in a ring around it, which went from across Eurasia, across North America, so included Scotland, parts of Scotland, probably traditionally further south, or historically further south, covered great parts of obviously Norway, Sweden, Finland, right the way across Russia and the Russian steppes, and right the way across, and joining to North America again is this great ring. And the trees there would have been spruces and firs and pines. They would have been all of these hemlocks, all of these would have inhabited this zone. So we have remnants of it in Scotland. We tend to recognise them as Scots pine, but belonging to a family within that biome which encircled the globe as one biome. And so I would like to think that conifers do have a place in the United Kingdom, in the global context, in that biome context, and we should not overlook them. Now, I think the Woodland Trust do a great job in promoting and recognising and encouraging native broadland species, great for biodiversity and things like that. I think there is personally a place for the conifer in the mix. I think they are a great tree to mix into a mixed woodland. It brings around an architectural beauty. They bring their own diversity and add to that. They're very green all year round, provide a green and cover for certain animals, and certainly makes the woodland less barren and more inviting, I think, during the winter season. It gives a different set of colour. There is nothing, I think, few things more enchanting to look at larch, European larch, a deciduous tree, beautiful orange needles falling in the autumn, but when spring comes and the spring growth of larch appear, this intense green, which maybe I'll find an example of today, which is unbelievably vivid. And is so quintessential, as much as newly unfurled beech leaves have that beautiful green, or birch leaves, new birch leaves have that beautiful bright green newborn. I'm stopping here just to appreciate the larch tree which we have here. I was talking earlier about how vivid the larch when it comes out into leaf. I say it comes out into leaf because it's deciduous. It's our only deciduous conifer in the UK, and European larch. And in the autumn, lovely orange needles drop, soft needles, like orange snow. But here we have it here in the spring, and it has the most marvellous green little fronds to it, as you can see. They're soft and they're vibrant, and it's the most amazing popping colour. Absolutely delightful. A very beautiful tree. So I think they certainly have their beauty, and also I think that the health benefits of conifers, not only because of the chemicals that they give out, the phytoncides I've talked about at great length in the past, due to supporting our immune system, but they also have a number of different medicinal and other products which are derivative from them. So conifers are great trees, a great addition to UK woodlands, and there is a reason why I ended up, I think, camping within mainly conifer woodlands. When I was scoping out this walk, it was during winter time, so I was going, there's a good place, that's a good distance, but I needed a place which was sheltered, which was inconspicuous. And during that time of year, the most inconspicuous places which were sheltered were amongst the conifers. So I have no apology to say that in my journey that I have through some of these fantastic woodlands we have around here in the southwest, that I've been sleeping and walking amongst conifer. And today, hopefully, I will show you a greater appreciation for some of these trees and this environment.